From divines to starve the light, Elaine Marie rose. We are quietly drifting towards a cosmic ignition point, a moment when the spiral completes a loop and begins again, but this time with memory. This changes everything. It is not just a new beginning, it is a beginning that remembers its origin. Dimensional splitting is underway, and those who are prepared for this destined node in time are in a transitional gap state of stillness. Here the old patterns and structures of life have dissolved, but the new ones have not yet appeared. It is a pause between identities, as we calibrate for new Earth arrival. When two versions of reality begin to diverge, one version continues in familiar patterns of limitation and looping repetition, and the other begins to stabilize into a new state of being. The new space is where memory is clear, time feels watery and fluid, and most strikingly, form becomes responsive to intention like never before. The split is not a physical separation. It is a divergence in how reality is experienced. The split happens for each soul when awareness becomes more stable than the environment. This is the beginning of conscious creation. It happens when your inner clarity, presence, and coherence are stronger than the chaos, noise, or distortion around you. When you know who you are, and you no longer believe the reality distortion fields all around you, telling you that you are not enough. You no longer allow external reflection to define or distort your mirror of self-gnosis and worthiness. Here you are no longer reacting to your environment, and so your environment begins to respond to you as you become the creator. You become the architect, director, and leader of your own experience. In this new space of beingness, you feel less urgency to explain or justify yourself. You attract people or situations that match your clarity, and you begin to feel and radiate a quiet confidence. You stop being triggered by old patterns as you feel calm even in uncertainty, and your choices come from alignment, not fear. This is the new Earth arrival that is quietly entering like mist, entering a valley in the dawn of a new day. As a result, you experience synchronicities increasing as your outer world begins to mirror your inner state. Reality begins to reorganize around your coherence as new timelines form and your own perception begins to reshape your experience. At this early stage, we may be finding our external reality hasn't quite yet caught up with our internal shift. Our elemental cellular structure is reorganizing to reflect the new. We are changing from the inside out. This is why we need the stillness as the transitional gap. This is the incubation phase of our next reality. We are sailing through the sacred, mystical ocean as we approach the serene harbor of the new Earth experience. We can see the harbor ahead, but have not yet arrived at the port. The new Earth is not a place or separate planetary body. It is a state of being that forms the collective reality around it. Welcome home, beloved. From ElaineMarieRose.com.